Milk Wagon Drivers Union of Chicago v. Meadowmore Dairies, 1941. Reaching for the obscure.
Utterance in a context of violence can lose its significance as an appeal to reason and become part of an instrument of force.
Such utterance was not meant to be sheltered by the Constitution. Felix Frankfurter. I'd forgotten the case.
But not the heart of it.
Willis didn't incite a mob in the middle of a riot.
His hate just breeds more hate. Doesn't serve any other purpose.
Jack, I wish we could shut him up too. But as officers of the court, our constitutional obligation.
Okay, so what do you need? Besides a miracle.
Guns. Lots of guns.
Neo. No one has ever done anything like this.
That's why it's going to work.
Jefferson County 911.
Yes, I am a teacher at Columbine High School. There is a student here with a gun. He has shot out a window. I believe one kid has I've been
Columbine High School.
I don't know what's in my shoulder. If it was just some last bead or what.
Okay, has anybody been injured, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and the school is in a panic, and I'm in the library. I've got students down under the tables, kids. Heads under the tables. Kids are screaming. Some of the teachers are, trying to take control of things. We need police here.
Okay, we're getting them there.
Police here.
Who is the student, ma'am?
I do not know who the student is.
Okay.
I saw a student outside. I was in hall duty. Oh, dear God. Okay. I was on hall duty. I saw a gun. I said, what's going on out there? And he said, oh, it's probably for video protection. It's probably a joke. I said, well, I don't think that's a good idea. And I went walking outside. I think he was down to see what was going on. He turned the gun straight at us and shot. And my God, the window went...
Send away for a priceless gift. One not subtle, one not on the list. Send away for a perfect world. One not simply so absurd. In these times of doing what you're told, keep these feelings no one knows. Whatever happened to the young man's heart? Swallowed by pain as he slowly fell apart. And I'm staring down the barrel of a 45, swimming through the ashes of another life.
a neighbor's residence.
And now they are suing the Henderson and North Las Vegas police departments, claiming their Third Amendment rights were violated. That's a case that's not often seen in courtrooms. Fox 5's Doug Johnson joins us live in studio to explain why. Doug?
Yeah, well, John and Olivia, the Third Amendment forbids the quartering of soldiers in private homes without the owner's consent. And it's something that happened often during the American Revolution, but since then there's been a few cases of it. And that has some saying that this incident could now make it all the way to the Supreme Court.
They didn't really ask to use their home. It was sort of either let us use your home or we'll take you out and arrest you.
Attorneys for Anthony, Linda, and Michael Mitchell are talking about how Henderson, North Las Vegas police treated their clients almost 2 years ago. In July 2011, SWAT officers surrounded a home in Henderson after a man allegedly barricaded himself inside with a baby. To negotiate with them, police wanted to get into Anthony Mitchell's home, calling him.
He indicated to them he didn't want to be involved and didn't want to leave his house.
Then police started knocking on his door, but Mitchell didn't answer.
At that point, SWAT took a metal battering ram basically and just smashed his front door in. Police then proceeded to shoot him with pepper balls.
Across the street, Mitchell's attorneys say police did the same to Anthony's parents, Linda and Michael, forcing them out of their home. Once inside, the lawyers say officers made themselves at home.
They ate food and left food on the floor.
In a lawsuit filed against both North Las Vegas and Henderson police departments, they claim their Third Amendment rights were violated, the right to refuse quartering soldiers in a private home.
This is the type of case that probably ultimately, no matter where it starts, could end up at the Supreme Court of the United States.
Fox 5 legal analyst Bob Massey says Third Amendment cases are extremely rare, but the police departments can still win.
They're going to have to be able to show there's certain thresholds, that things that they did that did not fall within the Third Amendment that gave them the right to do this.
Massey also says it might be difficult to prove the officers can be defined as soldiers, but Mitchell's attorneys disagree.
They use military weapons and equipment. It seems like this really falls under the ambit of what the Third Amendment was meant to protect against.
And both the North Las Vegas and Henderson police departments said they cannot comment on pending litigation. The man who was barricaded inside that home with the baby was eventually taken into custody without incident, and all charges against the Mitchells were dropped by police. But this case could now go before a federal judge and be in the courts for a very long time to come, but certainly not something you see every day.
Is this accompanied by a civil suit?
It very well could be, but at this point in time, I think they're just trying to get it into a federal courtroom.
We have in this country a tradition of invoking martial law only when the most dire of circumstances require it. But at what cost? All eyes now turn to New York City to see if martial law will bring the terror to an end.
Good morning. Today, with the invocation of the War Powers Act by the President, I am declaring a state of martial law in this city. To the best of our knowledge, we are opposed by no more than 20 of the enemy. He is hiding among a population of roughly 2 million. Intelligence tells us that he is most likely Arab-speaking, between the age of 14 and 30, narrowing the target to 15,000 suspects. We can further reduce that number down to those that have been in this country less than 6 months. Now you have 20 hiding among 2,000. You are one of these 20 young men. You can hide among a population of similar ethnic background. Unfortunately for you, you can only hide there. And that population in a classic immigration pattern is concentrated. Right here, in Brooklyn. We intend to seal off this borough. Then we intend to squeeze it. This is the land of opportunity, gentlemen. The opportunity to turn yourselves in. After sundown tonight, any young man fitting the profile I described who has not cooperated will be arrested and detained. There's historically nothing more corrosive to the morale of a population than policing its own citizens. But the enemy would be sadly mistaken if they were to doubt our resolve. They are now face to face with the most fearsome military machine in the history of man. And I intend to use it.
Sir, is it true you were a crack cocaine dealer for 7 years?
I plead the fifth.
Sir, will you tell us about the cartels you dealt with in your time as a crack cocaine dealer?
No, but I can tell you that I plead the fifth.
Exactly how much money did you earn in your time as a crack cocaine dealer?
I said there. Constitution of the United States of America. I can only choose one. I can only choose one. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question.
Did you...
I have a secret document that I think you need to say.
That'll be all, sir. Good afternoon.
I got your sentence reduced to a month, buddy.
Oh,